Hey, what is up guys? Kenneth here with the LEGO Republic, and today we are going to be reviewing the 7946 King's Castle from the LEGO Kingdoms line from 2010. So this should be really awesome and really fun. So I hope you guys do enjoy yet another castle video here. So this is going to be really epic, at least in my opinion. After I do a review on this castle, then I'll be doing a comparison video with this castle and the newer style castle, which is basically this, just in blue form, but newer and some different things. So that should be really cool. Thank you to my cousins, Russell and Grant, for allowing me to use this castle on the channel, so thank you to them so much. This castle is not mine, it's theirs, and it will be going back to them shortly after this is done, but thank you again to them for doing that, and thank you to you guys in advance for subscribing and liking the video. Thank you so much in advance. So let's get right into the minifigures with this set. Oh wait, but I totally forgot to talk about some basic info with you. So before we get into the minifigures, let's do that. This is item set number 7946 and has 933 pieces, called the King's Castle, and it retailed for $100 in 2010. So this should be really fun, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minifigures. So let's get into them right now. So guys, we are starting with the bad side here. So to start off, we have the Crossbow Dragon Knight. So this looks just like the regular crossbow man, just in the Dragon Knight style. So that should be pretty awesome. He looks very basic, and that's because he is very basic, but that's totally fine. I do like his face. We'll get to his face. Oh, it came off. Yeah, this set is a little old, like I said. It's been played with and loved since 2010. So there's his face, and no back face, but he does have that nice quiver full of arrows there. So yeah, I'm not going to go into like a ton of detail like I usually do with the minifigs. So yeah, the Dragon Crossbow Knight. There you go. Next up is the Dragon Spearman Knight. So you've got that basic green dragon torso. It's basically the same as the new style castle torsos, except that it is with the old style castle torsos. If you'd watched my 30-minute long video on everything you need to know on LEGO Castle, because it was an extremely long video, so that's why I did put timestamps in there so that you would be able to skip to whatever info you wanted. But yeah, here's the Dragon Knight. It's got basic stuff. His face, oh, it actually came off this time, so yeah, his face is pretty basic. We'll get that spearhead out of the way, but it does look kind of cool. There's a lot more variation with the older style LEGO Castle than there is with the newer style LEGO Castle, at least as far as the faces and stuff goes. Yes, I broke my stand. It's embarrassing. Laugh at me. Haha, we're so funny. We're done. Okay. This is the Dragon Elite Knight, so pretty cool. I like how they get all special names here, whereas the newer castle just kind of omits any sort of names or anything along those lines. But yeah, they do have names here, so you get the shield, you get the nice chest plate. No long sword like the new castle dude, but that'll be a completely different video. You've got some nice leg print there, and that armor looks really nice. Lifting up the helmet, you see that really awesome face. Looks like he wants to go kill something, and then it's a special face, and there's nothing in the back. So the cool thing about the old LEGO Castle, they did not do a lot of double faces, but each face was pretty much unique, so that's really cool to see in all of the older LEGO Castle minifigures. You get 2 of these amazing Lion Knights right here, so that is pretty cool in this LEGO set. So they're just very basic, and they're not even knights, but yeah, like guardsmen or something with way oversized sort of spear. I don't really know what this is all about, but it is some sort of a weird spear thing. I kind of like it. I kind of just like the regular spears, but at the same time, yeah, it's a spear thing. It's really long. It's probably so that they can attack the walls from the top of the walls, and they can attack people on the bottom. Sounds like a great way to lose a spear if you ask me, but obviously they probably don't think that way. So removing the helmet, you see 2 very nice faces, and one of them is faded. And if you go on the back, there is actually a second face on one of them, so that is pretty cool. So that face in the front there, on that dude on the right, that is actually a face that they reused with the new Lego Castle, but they did not put that cool face on the back in the newer Lego Castle. That's just something I noticed, and I find that to be very interesting, actually. And speaking of their proud king, dang, look at that king. He looks amazing. You take his shield down, you just look at him there. In fact, let's just take his shield off. It's standard shield, we've seen it before, nothing special. What is special is this golden sword. I'm definitely going to compare this golden sword with the newer style golden sword. This one obviously has flaked off with its years of age, so you can clearly see just the plastic beneath it, but it does look good in the gold part that is there. You have a nice gold chest plate as well, which is pretty nice, and they used the same piece for the king for his headpiece as they did in 2013. They just added a little feather on top of it, or actually they took off the feather in 2013. Sorry, I forget that this one is before the 2013 one, although this one is a little more silverish, but we'll get into that in a different video. You see his nice face there and cape, which looks okay, and then you see that nice nice printed legs on the bottom there. So I don't know if you can really see too much, but yeah, he does look really good actually, and he is basically the knight of this castle. There is no like other knight and a king. The king is the knight, so it's pretty cool to see like the old guy go out fighting. Really cool to see that. So here's the king on the horse, and he looks pretty good and pretty cool as well. That's a nice horse armor there, and the top, and we'll compare them in a different video, but he does look pretty cool on the horse. Nice one to show you him on the horse. So here is the castle, and we're gonna split it apart and take it section by section like we did with the other one. So yes, this one as well as the other one can split apart, although I will say that it is not nearly as easy as on the new castle to split it apart, but it does split apart like that, and so you could do whatever you want with it. So we're gonna start with the main gate right here. So here is the gate in all of its glory, and now we're going to take a little bit deeper look. We got the whole look there, but you do see that on the top you've got some shields and a place to put some archers if you do so choose. But for right now we're not going to be doing any archers of the sort. You've got two axes right there and some decent looking re-bling on the front. Then you have the gate, of course. So actually, before we do that, we're going to look at the drawbridge mechanism. So you can all see the drawbridge, you can all see the mechanism. What's cool is basically the only thing you do here is push down right here, and the drawbridge comes up, which is really cool. That all it takes is just that little push for it to go up, and then it works. And then there is this cool little feature in the back right there that you can drop down, and it will hold the drawbridge in place from going back up and dropping the drawbridge down. It's like you see it, there we go, it's down, and if you pull it back up and then drop that, you can't drop it down again. So yeah, pretty cool feature that you're able to like lock it, and the newer castle has a different way to lock it, and that can go down as far as you want. Oh, whoopsies, that fell off, but yeah, whatever. And then you have the back here, and the back looks like very different from the actual castle, so you don't really have anything in these two areas right here. You do have this little winch, and it kind of just goes up the gate, which is cool. Here, I'm gonna get rid of that. And it's very weird, and I've never seen it before, but it does work. And then you're able to just, you know, drop that little red thing in there, and then it will hold the gate. So if you do see that this is holding in the gate, if I pull it out, the gate will fall down. Then here is the mechanism up close and personal for you to see how the gate opens. And it is quite different from the new castle, so that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, you can hold the gate up like that, and then drop it. Pretty cool. And then you can withstand a siege by opening the gate and then closing the drawbridge. Wait, closing the gate, closing the drawbridge. Same thing. Next up are the two sections on the side of the main gate. So if you can see here, you have a nice catapult which can turn whatever way you want and then shoot. And then there's reloads for the catapult that you can also shoot. There we go. It's like the old version of stud shooters, except way better. So yeah, same thing on here. I just love shooting these things. I could play with this stuff all day. There you go. I'm dead. I just killed myself. So these are the towers, and they are raised a little bit from this section, which is a different section, but I just let it kind of be one section, and this section is just a wall. There's nothing fancy. And these two are the exact same, if I didn't mention that before. You've got a little space in there to do what you want, maybe put your horses or something. There's no jail cell in there like on the new one. Sorry, I just keep seeing similarities as I'm doing this, but yeah. Just little places to put your dudes, not really anything fancy here, but you do have a few catapults, so that's pretty cool. Here is the catapult tower. Now some of the connectors are substituted because this was rebuilt, but I mean it does look like a pretty good rebuilt thing, guys. I mean, I'm very impressed with you, Russell. If you can hear me right now, I'm very impressed with you and Grant on you rebuilding this. So yeah, so you've got some flags here, and you've got the main catapult here, which can go all over the place, and then of course, as you know, fire. And this is such a good catapult design compared to the new one. So just beautiful catapult design. I mean, it just works to perfection. I don't know. So LEGO really took a step back when they did other stuff. But yeah, you've got this nice open section in the bottom. Actually, I don't know if nice is the word I would have used, but you can stick a minifigure in there and get to it. I mean, you can get to it pretty easily. Then on the top, you have this little section right there with the door, so you can open the door. But there is a treasure chest on the other side, so you're gonna have to move that if you want to open the door all the way up. But yeah, let's see what's in this treasure chest. We've got some fancy treasure in there with some nice red, green, yellow, and gold jewels. And then another piece of gold, so that's pretty cool. Then the top we already looked at with the catapult, and of course you could put some sort of an archer up there, or whatever that you wanted to do with this if you did own it. So here's the jail cell and the back part of the wall. So you have this nice little area for you got your dudes to walk down, and I like it a lot. It feels pretty secure, unlike the new one. Also, something I noticed about this castle is you're able to have, if your dude walks up here, they're able to walk around the entire thing, basically, pretty much, minus the gatehouse part, but they are able to get to wherever they want to go with that, whereas on the new castle, they really aren't able to do it that well because the towers are in the way. So you are able to stick your archer dude up here, whatever, and then you have the jail cell, which, as you probably guessed if you know what LEGO is, you can open that door to the jail cell, but there is quite a better way to do so on the other side. And just like all Fortress LEGO sets, it has to have some way to either break into it or break out of it. So here is the jail, and it's the breakout part. So you see this little thing right here. You probably all saw this coming from a mile away, but if you pull down, it flops out like that, and it's just a little piece of wall. You can pull it away, do whatever you want with it. There is a very nice mouse in the jail cell here, so you get to oh, sorry, Russell. Russell is here, and he's giving me tips in case you didn't figure that out already. Okay, it's supposed to be on the top. Whatever. Russell, you should have put it that way before he gave it to me. Oh, I'm totally joking. So yeah, you got a little rat mouse there, and then you can put one of your bad dudes in the jail here, and then of course you could break him out, and then he can like run away, and then you can have your dudes go chase him or whatever you want. But yeah, we'll throw this rat mouse back in there and close it up. It looks pretty good, actually, not gonna lie, for the final bit of wall. And the final section, as you probably guessed, is the King's Tower. So this is a really cool looking red tower there, not gonna lie, it looks pretty sweet. You've got those shields there, which is kind of cool, and then you've got that little door, and obviously there's gonna be some sort of a wall here so that you can just walk out and not just like walk off into nothing. But yeah, You've got that little spot on the bottom again where you can put a minifigure just like on the catapult tower. And then there's no treasure chest here. Obviously you could move the treasure chest over here if you did want to, but this door actually swings over, so you could put this door on whatever side that you want. So that's actually a pretty neat feature, that you can like close off whatever side. Like say the bad guys are coming from this side and you want to close off this door, but then the bad guys come from this way and there's no door to close. So yeah, it could be a pretty cool, fun feature. Something weird about this is that there's just nothing right here, which is kind of nice because obviously the door has to be closed on one of the walls, so then you still have two walls to work with. So I do appreciate that for all the stuff, but it's kind of weird that there's nothing there. But it does make sense when you look at it, because you have to like fit your big giant chubby fingers, especially if you're me, into there. So then the top section is going to be the king's chair, and this is pretty cool. We'll take our king dude and just kind of sit him in there. This is kind of huge. There we go. Sit him in there. He looks pretty content, pretty happy. He's got his drink there, whatever fancy vintage of wine he's drinking. I mean, apple juice. So yeah, he's drinking his apple juice, and he's ruling his kingdom from his castle. It's a pretty cool tower, I'm not gonna lie. I like the tower a lot. So before we go to the closing, guys, just a few honorable mentions. It did come with a few of these swords and some of these spears, so that's pretty cool to have. Just a few extra weapons that you could change out with those minifigures if you so choose. Or chose? Chose did? I'm not sure. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button for me and that subscribe button. I really did enjoy making this video. Thank you to my cousin Russell for letting me use this on the channel. So thank you to him very much. And thank you to all of you for watching this all the way through. That really happened, so thank you if you've gotten this far in the video. Very much appreciated. So thank you guys for watching. This is Kenneth and Russell and Garrett and Grant from the LEGO Republic, and I hope that you have a great day.